very good job bringing pressure. The guys that they're bringing pressure with are all experienced football players, so they know how to do that. And when you have that, you have to be very smart about what we're doing, and we have to be able to communicate well in order to execute at the level necessary in order to be successful against a defense that's going to pressure you in a lot of different situations.
You talked about being even-keeled and stuff. Is there a point where you are worried about something during the game, or what gets you nervous or anything?
I mean, there's always things you may be worried about or nervous, but it's, I guess, how you show it, how you don't wear your emotion on your sleeve. There may be a time when I'm nervous or you're worried about something, or you may be rattled, but you don't show anybody that. That's the only way that you can play through a game, and you can play through ups and downs. If everyone's human, you're gonna have you're gonna be nervous before a game. That's natural. That means you actually care, and you're gonna be angry when you make a mistake, and you may be worried about it. But I think how you carry yourself and how you show yourself to the rest of the team means a lot to the guys, and I know that all the guys do a good job of that, and we learn that from the coaches.
Is that a characteristic of Iowa football, you think?
Yeah, the coaches have taught us that from the second you get here, and then you see it when you're on the sidelines for the games, and you definitely understand how you must conduct yourself in a close ball game in order to be successful.
What about having a guy like Morehouse? That's kind of like having a safety net, isn't it?
Yeah. When you got a guy like Tony, you can really, there's a lot you can do with the offense. Having him in there, he does a great job of, being a leader and showing great character. Everyone respects the guy, and everyone wants to, play hard and play with him because he's such a good guy to be around. And then his athletic ability obviously speaks for itself. So having him in there definitely gives us a boost mentally and obviously physically.
Well, it opens up. He can be the dummy on pass plays, and that opens up holes for other catchers.
Yeah, when you have a guy like Tony out there, teams obviously need to account for him because of his abilities, and when they're doing that, they might be leaving something else open, and that's a chance for us to take advantage of that and maybe get some valuable yards on a play.
What's halftime like for you, Rick?
Just it's the midpoint of the game. We got.
No, what's it like in the locker room? What's it like?
Pretty calm. There's nothing really too crazy. There's no one yelling or throwing anything.
It sounds like there's some teaching going. Actual.
Yeah, you're just talking. There's nobody yelling.
Strategery and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There's no cliche sayings or any movie quotes coming out. It's just, we know what adjustments need to be made. Now the coaches are going to talk with us about it. Bounce some ideas off of each other, be calm, be poised, and just go out there and execute and try to, move the football.
How does it feel when a halftime adjustment, you go out, you do it, it works? It must feel fantastic.
It feels good. You smile because it's that's just good execution. That's what you put all those hours in for. That's what you're doing all the work for. So that one little adjustment and everyone's on the same page and it works, and it's a really nice thing to see. And it builds momentum for a team, and it gets the whole team fired up and can really do a lot for the emotion of a ball game. When a halftime adjustment proves to be very successful.
Has it just been? It seems like you guys have thrived in that this year.
A little bit. There's situations where we might see something where we. Not so much make an adjustment, but make a change. There's something that you just have to do different in order to be successful. Something that maybe you didn't think they were going to do, and now they're doing it. So how are we going to answer it? And then when you do that, when you change things around a little bit, or you adjust to them, you're just giving yourself an advantage or putting yourself in a better position to execute.
You live with Tony, I think, right? Or you did?
No, but he always hangs out. He basically is part of the house.
You have five fifth-year senior starters on your O-line, right, or on the offense right now. You know all about that class. They had a lot of accolades coming in recruiting, and they've had some struggles, and here they are. I think they're poised to have having a good year so far. What's that like? That emotion like with guys? Because some guys didn't meet expectations. You know that acutely with Jake last year.
Right. there's nothing easy about going through, playing in this program, getting a degree, and making it to the end. It's not an easy thing to do. If it was, then every guy that came in here would finish.
Right.
That's obvious. So when you see the group of guys that we have and the kind of character that they've displayed over the years throughout the ups and downs that we've had as a program, it's I think it's just a learning tool for young guys, and everyone looks up to those guys, and we can learn a lot from them. And they're the leaders of this team. So when you have good leaders, that just trickles down throughout the rest of the program and the rest of the young guys.
Being fifth-year senior, I think, sort of like being a general. I mean, you've seen a lot.
Yeah, you've
done a lot.
Pretty much everything you can be through, and so maybe I'll know more about that next year. But you see it from a guy like Tony, who you hang out with a lot, and he's been in a lot of games. He's seen a lot of things, and you learn a lot from someone like him.
Going back